That's what's scary about wild pigs. They'll fucking go after you.
Don't pigs turn feral like within
really quick.
2 weeks or something crazy?
I think it's like they start to morph within 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, they grow tusks like real quick within a year.
Well, their face elongates.
Yeah.
That's like, this was all explained to me by Steve Ranella. He was the guy actually that I was pig hunting with when we heard him in the grass like demons. It was the craziest noise, dude. So he said that this one species, people say wild boars and it's all one species. It's called Sus scrofa. And they're all like interchangeable. They just selectively breed them for different things, but it's one species, which is nuts. So like when like a domestic pig gets out, like some of these pigs that you ever heard of Hogzilla?
Yeah.
Hogzilla is this giant wild boar they caught. He said that's most likely that was a domestic pig that somebody fattened up and got real enormous, and then it broke out, and it just made its way to the woods.
So your classic pink pig became Hogzilla.
Their hair changes. Fuck. It gets thicker and darker, and they just look totally different.
Nature. It's
wild, dude, because it's like they're like gremlins.
Yeah.
Like the gremlins, and they feed them after midnight. That's what happens to the pigs. They're like, we're cool as long as you feed us and keep us in a fucking
us fat
barn.
And happy.
Yeah, keep us in this like contained, fenced area.
Yeah.
We're good.
That's like the majority of Americans. And then as soon as like you can't get food anymore, they're going to turn and start eating each other.
That's what it is.
We're going to be fucking eating each other's kids and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The Last of Us.
I don't think I'll do well in that situation.
You might rise to the occasion, buddy.
Dude, I'm trying. Because like comedians will be the first against the wall, and they'll use like my back for leather for their chariots. But, like my wife's a doctor, so she's going to be very valuable. They're going to want her.
Right.
So I'll just be like an ox, I'll have a yoke in my mouth pulling the carts.
Maybe your football and wrestling experience could come in handy.
Oh, I would fucking eat someone real quick, dude.
How quick?
Easy. As soon as I need to.
For 2 months.
2 months? 4.5 days.
4.5 days.
I'm going next door with my Mossberg, being like, what do you got in here? Who's ripe? Hand it over. I have no problem with cannibalism for some reason.
Would you want to kill and eat the people that were a problem first? Just like clean up society, Dexter style?
No, I'm still lazy. It'd be proximity. It would be whatever was in my grasp.
I bet you wouldn't be lazy. You'd probably lose a lot of weight. Your joints would feel better.
Oh, yeah.
Because you wouldn't be doing whatever you're doing now. You'd be trying to find food.
Whatever I'm doing.
So you would also like only be drinking water because that's probably all that's available.
Uh-huh.
Once everybody like cleans out all the warehouses of soda, this is going to be a few people that hoard soda. It'll be a thing. Like you bust it open for special occasions. Hey, I got a bottle of Dr. Pepper in the basement.
I got some vintage Surge over here.
Yeah. They'll bust out a fucking Pepsi.
Yeah.
He's got Pepsi. Has it still got bubbles?
Yeah. It'd be a can this big. It'd be like 8 glasses. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is amazing.
It'd be sacrament at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be what would happen. Pepsi would become our sacred beverage that we would drink on weddings and,
if you were super rich,
crown a new king.
RC Cola.
Ooh.
That's how you know you made it in the apocalypse.
No, Jones. Like Jones. So like
Jones is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Real sugar?
Like if you have a case. Ooh. If you have a case of like some fucking...
Yeah.
Some artisan soda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching this show Yellow Jackets, me and my wife, and they're all like upset about having to eat one of their friends. I don't give a shit. What is
Yellow Jackets? They eat their friends?
There's a bunch of girls who got like
said that so easily.
Well, yeah. It's fictional. It's not a documentary. But these girls get like trapped in the woods on like they're on like a soccer team or whatever, and their plane goes down, and they have to eat one of the girls after she dies. It's like she's already dead.
Yeah, if she's already dead, it's not that big of a deal.
Munch her. But here's the issue with eating someone after they died. If they starved, they don't have any nutrients in their body.
Is that
so
true?
Eating them, like they've already leached all the nutrients out to go to their liver and heart. What's up?
Where are you hearing this?
Like shipwreck books.
Really?
Yeah. I've read a lot of books about like
so their
shipwrecks.
Their meat won't have
it's not valuable. Yeah.
It's not valuable if they're starving to death?
Yeah, because they've like used all of their nutrients to keep their organs alive.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's like eating styrofoam at that point.
That makes sense, because if you eat healthy things, it's probably healthier.
Yeah.
That's why wild game's so good for you.
Right.
That makes sense.
Like eating elk heart rules compared to eating just like a guy who died in the hospital.
That guy who got cannibalism. It's perfectly natural. A new scientific history argues. Okay. Whatever. That's what they're trying to normalize next after they normalize the Dalai Lama?
Where do these libs end?
Is that what they're doing? Fucking cannibalism? First you want to indoctrinate my kids.
Yeah. Suck on my tongue. And
then you want minor attracted people?
Yeah, dude.
They tried that one for a little while.
Fuck that shit, dude.
Get the fuck out of here. That's
Get
pedophiles.
out of here. I'm eating your ass first. Yeah.
100%.
Dude.
Yeah. Yeah, get them while the nutrients are hot.
Yeah. Oh, give me that. Give me
Yeah.
that pedo meat.
Minor attracted people. What the
Fuck
fuck are
you,
saying?
dude. Yeah.
I haven't heard of the medicinal cannibal. What? I hadn't heard of the medicinal cannibalism you described in Europe, starting with the ancient Greek physician Galen of Pergamon and continued to the 20th century. That was one thing that really surprised me. What?
I told you they used to
The
eat
mummies.
skulls, and then
Yeah.
the mummy stuff. So
Yeah, they used to have mummy unwrappings at like fancy parties.
Oh, yeah.
So if you went to Tim Dillon's house, hey,
Yeah.
I'm having a mummy unwrapping. Come by. I'm gonna wear a Rolex.
On both wrists. I'm going to have a headband. It's a Rolex.
And he's gonna fucking unwrap mummies. And you
Yeah.
can take a scoopful and put it in your tea.
That was like Great Gatsby shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gilded Age. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's the man.
I love the fake car, like
Yeah.
a car that didn't really exist. Like there was no car that drove that well back then.
I never realized that.
Those cars were shit.
Huh.
That movie, The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
That car that he has is like a resto mod. It's like a modern version of an old car. The thing was the shit.
Whoa.
I remember watching that thing going, that is so much better than any car that existed back then. Like, what is that thing supposed to be?
Huh.
Like, that thing, when he drove it around, that thing is amazing.
Look at that hat.
Like, the way that thing drove in that movie is, like, literally impossible for one of those things. Those things were dog shit.
there's
Great
the
Gatsby.
older one.
That's an older one.
Those white wall tires.
So that's a real one. But let me tell you something. If you drove that, it drives like dog shit. But now look at his. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio one. Look at that thing with the fucking pipes and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
See all that fucking wild action inside the engine compartment? That's all fake. That didn't exist back then. If it did, I'd have one. I'd be like, I need that fucking thing in my life. That thing is awesome. I love old cars, but I don't. See, those things drive like dog shit. That's the problem.
I like when a car looks like a snub-nosed pistol.
That looks pretty dope.
That's sick.
That looks pretty dope. But it's like those like the one Leonardo DiCaprio had. If you watch, see if you can find him driving in the movie. It behaves in a way that no car from that era can. It moves like a modern car. It moves fast, and it's like it handles. It's like, no. See if you can find like some video of him driving.
Him and Toby.
It's beautiful looking though, man.
They're on the way to get some pussy.
Look at Toby.
Yes, Europe. Paris, Venice, Rome.
See how it's
Whoa.
cornering and shit? All
Yeah.
that? Like, not gonna happen. That you're dead. That thing's spinning out. It's 90% of its weight's in the front. It's got 0 horsepower.